Good evening, everyone. Welcome to you all and online viewers. Today talk is trusting myself and others. Personally, I feel trust comes from when I remove my fear. We have opportunity for having Sister Kanan with us, who all she will share on the topic. Thank you for stepping in last minute on behalf of Sister Dakshaben. Sister Kanan, over to you. Thank you.
Som Shanti. And let's start with a few minutes of silence before we begin. Yeah? Thank you. So I'd like to thank Sister Taksha, who's just introduced. And she said something very interesting. She said, trust comes, she feels, when fear is removed. And I thought that's interesting. Because when you have fear, and if somebody knows that you're weak, then they can take advantage of you, right? And they can actually bully you or harass you or give you pain. And so it's a very valid point. But the question lies, how do I remove it? How do I remove that fear, that anxiety, that feeling of insecurity? What's the method? And in today's world we see how much sorrow there is all around. Just coming out and being on the streets today, there's enough that goes and vibes and comes and goes. Suddenly anything can happen anytime. Whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a tidal wave, whether it's a civil war, it's just erupted, a riot. And so how in a situation like that do you not have fear? And so how on earth are you going to eliminate fear in a situation like that? And so I always say, one word has helped me a lot. Next to having trust, this word, become a detached observer. Become a detached observer. And together with that, be bodiless. Beautiful practice, especially at the Brahma Kumaris. You've been here and listening to quite a bit. And when we meditate, what are we doing? The first step, we are detaching. We are detaching from the outside and we're stepping into the inside. And we're stepping into here. I am the point of light, being of peace, seated in the middle of the forehead, isn't it? And so becoming aware that I am a soul and I am light and that I, the soul, am the master of this body. And so this is the first practice that helps me to be detached from the outside and observe and to see the outer from a soul perspective. And so when I keep practicing this awareness, I meditate, then at the same time I begin to remember that experience, and at the same time within a situation I'm able to recall the memory of that experience of being a point of light in a situation. And so when a situation comes, what does a tortoise do when a tortoise faces any situation? The first thing a tortoise does is it withdraws its physical sense organs, isn't it? All its feet, it's inside the shell, and the outer protects it, right? And that's why tortoises have 100 years of life. They live long because they're able to protect themselves. And so the first step to actually step away from fear is first to step out of the outer world and step in. This is the home. I always say it's the home of being neutral, being in your safety net. This is your protection. Go back in. I am a point of light, a being of peace. And I withdraw my attention and awareness from outside and focus it inside. In that awareness, the first step. And then, of course, it's the experience that I am bodiless. I am free from all physical form, connection, label, past, future, everything. I'm free from all the physical labels. And I'm in that state of deep silence. It's a deep silence. It's not just a silence of the ears, but it's a deep silence of the mind. And when you're in that deep state, you are actually above the vibration of the vibrating mind. Above that vibration. And when you're in that frequency, you are free from the body, the pull of the body. Now this practice is something that I need to work on. It doesn't come just like because I've said it or someone said it or you heard it. It's supposed to be a hobby for you that you can work on and have fun with. Because it's like one of those first aid tips. Anything happens, do you know how to detach, connect, and stay in that space? Or are you still thinking about it? Okay? And when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, I was very little. Very little. And the good thing about coming when you're very little is you don't think. When someone says you're a star, you're this point of light, you dance with it. You begin to experience that consciousness that you are a star, a soul, and you are free from this physical pull, and you go with that flow. And the beautiful thing is that the knowledge of the soul that we are taught here in the Brahma Kumaris is a truthful knowledge. It's not some nice thought or some thought that is really, worked for some people that we are sharing. It is truth. It is knowledge from the divine, reminding us of who we are. And so when it's truth, where is the doubt? Opposite of trust is doubt. There is no doubt. So I have no doubt in the knowledge of the soul that I am a point of light, a being of peace. And I am situated here, and I am operating the physical senses through this body. I have no doubt. I'm actually at home with myself. And I have no fear. Why? Because I, the soul, am not physical. Nobody made me, and nobody can destroy me. Nobody has created me, and therefore no one can destroy me. I am fearless. And so when I keep reminding myself, I, the soul, am eternal, it's only this body that is coming and going. It's just the glove. It's just a costume that's coming and going. I am not this costume. I have this costume. I, the soul, have it so that I can express through it. And when I understand that, I know how to live. And somebody sent me this quote today because I was, last minute stepping in to do the talks. I was brainstorming it with a few individuals, and one sent me a beautiful quote saying, when you trust yourself, that's when you start to live. Beautiful. When you trust yourself, that's when you start to live. And I was thinking, well, what do you do if you don't trust yourself then? Does it mean that you're just surviving? Isn't it? And so, am I surviving? Or even worse, am I just leading a suffering life, a life of suffering? Or am I living? And so it's something to check the self in. And I want to live. I, the soul, am eternal, have come into this birth to play my part, and so I've come to share and give something. I've come to express something. I've come to connect, and I've come to play my role and my part that is destined for me. I've come to live. I've not come to survive. I've not come to suffer, otherwise you wouldn't come. But somewhere down the line, what is it that causes me to suffer and to have doubt and fear and anxiety? What is it that causes me? It's very interesting. It's just one thing. It's because I forget. I remember talking to one of our very senior mentors who is late now. Her name is Dadi Gulzar. And I remember chatting with her personally. This was in Mount Abu in India. And she said something which I never forgot till now. She said, everybody has knowledge. And I said, yes, Dadi. But the only thing is, at the time when a situation comes, unfortunately they just forget. They just forget. And I thought, that's true. We all have knowledge, we all are highly aware, and especially in today's world, 2023, any question you have today, you have an answer, don't you? And even if you don't have an answer, today there's Google, God, and even better, there is artificial intelligence, this ChatGPT. Ask any question, answer is there. And even better, you have the Brahma Kumaris, you're coming here and listening to them. They have all the answers. What is it that's going wrong? Is I just forget the answer. The right answer doesn't come to me in the situation that I'm facing myself in. And that's where we suffer. And we then struggle. And then we go into conflict. And then there's an issue of doubt. And then, of course, the mistrust comes in. Isn't it? And so it's because I forget. That's it. Isn't it as simple as that? So then what do I need to do? What's the practice of keeping trust going in myself. Trusting myself. And how do I keep that alive? I simply have to remind myself again and again. Dadi Janki is very famous for this. Always 3 questions she asks herself every morning. Who am I? Who do I belong to? And where have I come from? She never forgot the answer to these 3. Every day she asks these 3 questions. Beautiful, isn't it, to the self? So when you ask the self the right questions, you're prompting the right answer, and you're aligning yourself to the day's energy. And who am I? I'm a point of light, a being of peace, a loving being, a peaceful being, a powerful being, a being with purpose. That's who I am. That's who I have got to step into and remind myself again and again. I'm a child of that one, of the divine. That means His quality of peace, love, happiness, power, truth, wisdom is in me. It's inherent, it's there. I just have to remember I belong to those qualities. Means those qualities are also in me. I have a right to use those qualities. I have a right to be cheerful. I have a right to have happiness. I have a right to give love, to be in love. I have a right to accept, to understand. I have a spiritual energy, a right, a birthright, they say. It's in us. All I need to do is switch on the key, connection, connect, and access and use that energy. Not misuse it, use it. How do I misuse it? How would I misuse an energy like this? When I connect and I have it, if I create a negative thought, then that energy goes in the negative direction. Then definitely the reaction, the law of karma, we all know the law of action, it comes back. So we create more insecurity and fear when we misuse that power. And so I create my own mistrust, basically. And no one's really to blame for it. So when I'm responsible over what's happening in me, I can then find solution to change, to shift. So shifting that energy which is not right is in my control. Then I trust myself. And to remember that there's only one of me in this world. Is there another one of you in this world? Although anyone else online, if they think there's somebody else, there isn't. There's only one of us in this world. So I don't have any competition. Where's the competition? There's nobody to compete with actually in life. I have full right to give, to perform, to share, to be the way I am. I have full right to reach and to be in the purpose and the dreams that are supposed to be for me, that is destined for me. All I need to do is activate it. Once I activate it, I live it. If I don't activate it and it's latent, it's dormant, then yes, you are not living your full life. Then yes, you are mistrusting yourself. So part of you is feeling like you want to hibernate. You want to hide in a cave. You don't want to see the world. And, you rather just do things without others knowing. Isn't it? Now that's where the fear comes. That's what a thief does things without others knowing. Right? Now why do you want to do things without others knowing? It's actually more hard because you're very lonely or alone. If there is honesty, if there is truth in what you're doing, it doesn't matter if the whole world knows. You're secure. You know you come from a strength, and you know you come from a power of absolute positivity, benevolence, love, and happiness. But if there is a part of you that is not coming from a space of happiness, benevolence, of giving, of being benefiting, of serving, selflessly, then you want to hide from the world. And so trusting yourself is actually quite easy than not trusting yourself or deceiving yourself. Deceiving yourself is hard. How much are you going to hide from yourself or from the world? You can't. Very hard today, especially today's world. 2023 is very hard to hide. There's CCTV cameras everywhere. Your phones are cameras. You're recorded everywhere. There's not one place you can hide from. Even satellites are watching. They know exactly where you're going. There's not much, hiding to do, actually. We're very visible. Now even our blood tests are visible. So we're in a society where, in a globalized world, where information is abundant. You can't hide anything. True? And so, when I trust myself, somebody said that if you trust yourself, they are very present in the vibration, in your body language when you give the task. So when you give a task to someone to do, or you ask them to do something, just a small thing, please could you get me a glass of water even, a small thing. Do you trust that energy when it comes to you? Or do you still feel they're going to give me that glass of water in a reaction? Not in happiness. So, one needs to have full faith and happiness in the self. Then only they will trust whatever comes life brings to you will be right. In my picture, and I was in hospital, already the ambulance had brought me, and at that moment I had a few thoughts, you can imagine, in pain. Not only one or two. And I said to myself, Kanan, you'll have to trust the doctor now, because you can't operate your own body. And I had this conversation with God, and we called him Baba, and I said, Baba, you have to do the work now, because my life is in your hands, really, like in a real way. Like I wouldn't know which direction I'm going in, but you know. You have to touch the intellect of that doctor. And I leave it on to you and the hands of the doctor to do this operation. I trust you first, because I'm not sure who the doctor is. I have no idea. And I said, I trust you will do the right thing, because whatever you will do, you are going to help me in this journey now. In a real way. And you know what? That doctor, super operation, with super love, I'm not joking, and everybody in the center, everybody saw that in real. They even said, your doctor is like God. It's was like as if God sent. Literally everybody, not only me. And it was true, he was God sent. He didn't even take 1 shilling for the operation. He didn't even charge for the operation. And that too, 2 operations, same doctor. It really was like a God sent, like as if it was gifted from up there only. And I wasn't related to him, nor was he related to anybody I knew. It was really God sent. So trust is so important. And you know what? What I felt? That really Baba took over my life. I trusted him first. Because anything can happen. But my responsibility in this, it's not that, you just let go and say, okay, God, you take care and it's your life. And not that attitude. Not a carelessness. But a very beautiful, energy. Because I had to do my work. I still had to exercise. I still had to get the body going. I had to smile. I had to, even in pain, I have to smile. Because if I don't smile, that nurse is not going to give me that medicine with love. Or I'm not getting an injection with love. Or I'm not getting even a plate of food, whoever's providing for me the food with love. So I need to do my part of creating that gratitude, that love and appreciation for what I'm getting in return. Isn't it? That responsibility is mine. Because if I don't say thank you, because I'm so angry and upset because of my pain, they're not going to last long with helping me, are they? They're going to say, what type of patient is she? Everybody's helping her and she's being all funny. Imagine. So in my mind, when I first fell, I had already created a thought that I have a new service project. It's my leg. My new service project is my leg and a new role. I fixed my role for the next 6 months. My new role is I'm a patient. So I'm not a teacher. I'm not any of those things that I had in the past. I deleted all that and I created a new role. I'm a patient. And I'm going to play in this drama the best patient one can ever be. Yeah? So that time I have to switch gear. And when you create a purpose, a role, you begin to trust yourself. Because you've created it for yourself. No one's told you to be a patient. Nobody told me to be a patient. Nobody told me be a good patient. Nobody told me that because I already programmed it first in me before anybody told me. Yeah? And I decided that I'm going to walk again. Imagine 5 bones broken under your knee and with a broken ligament in your ankle. How are you going to get out of this one? Imagine. Nobody was saying anything the first 3 weeks to me. And I'm thinking, I'm here in bed. I can't even put my leg out for 6 weeks. And I think I'll forget how to walk the way I'm looking at this situation. And no one's giving me any indication that I'm going to walk again or run again. No one's saying anything to me. And I'm thinking, they're not saying anything to me. But I'm having dreams that I can walk in water also. I can still walk. In my dream, I can still walk. So I'm sure I can walk. And I have to create the thought, I am walking. So I'm not waiting for someone to tell me anything or hoping that someone's going to fix me here. None of this. It's my own inner drive that I'm not staying in this bed. I'm not going to stay in this situation for my life. No way. I am going to walk and I want to walk. In fact, I want to run. So I'm there sitting on my bed. Even if I can't, I'm not allowed to step on the floor. I'm there sitting on the bed thinking, I'm going to walk and I'm going to run and I'm going to fly. Like a kid. Literally like a kid. Every day in my mind. I don't care what they say. I'm creating the thought. I'm getting out of here and I'm going to go. Where I'm going to go, that I don't know and I'm not interested. I'm just going to go from this space. That's it. So you have to create enthusiasm in a situation of great pain. And remember, I was in sheer pain. There was no there was no morphine, there's no painkillers given to me. I'm in sheer pain. And so in that pain, I decided I'm going to smile. Sister Jayanti told me something beautiful. She said, just smile. And that's the best tips you could ever give me. How can you smile when you're in so much pain? I thought that's a good homework. And I did it. Every tip that I was given, I did. Why? Because I had to come out of that situation. And it was me who had to do that work. And then, yes, Baba helps. God helps after that. Then others trust. Others don't trust in the beginning. Then they begin to help you. They trust that you are really coming out of this and you want to come out of it. They're happy to help you. And then they trust that you can make it. Then they help you also. So others, and when I trust others, I cannot expect them to trust me immediately. I need to do some homework towards myself first. I have to trust myself first. Yeah? And then when it's built, that trust is built, I automatically have the faith. I have the confidence that they are with me and I am with them. They are with me. Because I'm with myself, so where are they going to go? They means whoever is with you, physically, face to face. They're with me. Whether it's the nurse I don't know, whether it's public people who are coming to see me, and so many would come into the room, I had no idea who they were, and really like amazing individuals. And somehow their smile would make me feel good. And it would change the day for me. So there's that trust. Yeah. And yes, what about situations where you don't trust people? In a relationship, there can be that. Sometimes you don't trust people, then what? And because they have done things, they have cheated on you, they've actually stolen your money, they've actually misused your property, maybe they said that they would do this and they've changed their mind and created another story. They've taken full advantage of you, they gave you 2 things to do, then afterwards they say, no, can you do 20 please, by the way, because they maybe got upset with you. They may have become very punishing towards you, they may have decided to have revenge on you. There could be many situations in which you feel that others are not trusted. In this situation, what are we supposed to do? When I first dedicated and I decided that I'm going to surrender and I'm going to lead a surrendered life, in my mind, I said to God, I said to Baba, very clearly, I said, I know what I know at this stage in which level I am that I've surrendered, but just remember, I don't know what's yet to come. And I have no idea what nature or situations that are going to be faced by myself and others in the future. But you know. At that time, you please step in and make sure you're there for me. Because that I don't know. So the unknown is your responsibility. The known is my responsibility. I'll take care. But the unknown, how do I know if somebody is taking advantage of me? How do I know if somebody is, really nasty or not got right intention? They're trying to play games, trick, whatever. I don't know all that because I'm very innocent. And that time I made myself very clear. I said to myself, I'm here to create elevated actions, pure actions. I'm here to learn the art to serve. I'm here to learn. I'm here to create good habits so that those habits take me to a new world. I can only take good habits with me. I can't do anything more than that. That's my intent. And my intent is that I'm here to reach my most perfect stage, as best as perfection can be, because that's what you've told me. We're going to a perfect world. We need perfect habits. We want perfection on levels. And so that's what we're working on. So, if someone is taking advantage of me and telling me to do things and they're trying to test me, I'm not responsible for that. If they are doing wrong, they will face the reaction of that wrong. It's up to them. What I need to learn, I will learn and go forward. What task I've been given, I will be experienced in that task and become a PhD in that task. I will get qualified. I will go ahead. But I'm not going to waste my time in thinking if they took advantage or they did this with this eye and that eye. They will be responsible for their karma. If they did it wrong, they will get the reaction of that wrong. It's their story. That's not my story. I am just responsible for the journey that I've been given to be on. But my role is to say yes and to do the task with the best of my ability, and that's all. Not to judge. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Why should I do it? How should I do it? If I do it, then what will I get in return? All of that deleted. Those are all doubtful questions. Out. I've said yes, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to do. Today there is not anything that I haven't said yes to, that I've done. All yes. It goes to the limit after my leg. After the leg story, yes, I became a bit wiser. I became a bit mindful and a bit more careful. Yeah? But not any of this. I don't doubt anyone in the organization. I don't doubt anyone in the world, actually. That's my problem. Somebody said that to me, that you have too much of a good vision. I said, well, what to do? We are all souls in this world, 8 billion of us. Aren't we? We're all sitting, in the same land or the same earth. We're all breathing the same air. We're all drinking the same water, maybe in different mineral forms. We're all sharing the same globe. We all have a right. We all have blood in us. When we laugh, everyone laughs. The laughter is the same. When we cry, everyone cries. The pain is the same. Aren't we? So if we are all souls, some are learning lessons at their own time, and some are going through numbers and some are not. Some have traveled and stayed on this earth longer than the others. All of us are actors in this drama and playing their part. Just like in a tree, so many different leaves and so many different colors and so many different shapes. No one leaf is the same, but all are coming from the same seed. So we are all children of that one, isn't it? If we are, then where is the mistrust coming from? It's coming from the fact that, very simple equation today, because I've forgotten that I'm a soul and you're a soul. I forgot. I forgot the knowledge. I forgot the answer. So when I am situated and at home with myself, I recognize you also are a soul, a child of that one. I'm also a soul, a child of that one. I'm sitting in this world, and nature, elements, all of us, we're in one globe. We're not separate. And especially at this time, the world, what is it facing? We all know. We've never seen it before. And what is the solution? We also know that solution. We are doing that work here very well. The solution is keep creating the stock of peace, love, happiness, power, truth, wisdom, purity as much as you can and as much as you remember. I would say make it a hobby. Don't make it like a duty or a timetable. Don't be too rigid about it. It'll become difficult for you to, capitalize and invest in your peace. Play with it. Dance with it. Sing it. Draw it. Don't make it so heavy. Make it light, make it playful, but accumulate in your mind that quality of peace, love, happiness, power, truth, wisdom. And feel that God, the Supreme, the Divine, the love is really with you, is flowing in you and flowing into others too. You're creating that vibration. Keep generating, keep being a generator of spiritual vibration. Spiritual means what? Soul to soul connection, peace to peace connection. And then play with it. Stay in that vibration. So I always encourage anyone to spend time in meditation. Easy to say, hard to do and find the time for. But of course, because you've spent so much energy coming here today and also joining online, and that time you're giving, that also adds. That adds to your plus point. That stock of peace, love, happiness, power, truth, wisdom. Because the time that is coming now on earth, we will need it. We won't have time to stock when that situation comes. Because it's coming anytime, it's coming suddenly. At that time, we can't sit with blame and fear and doubt, and we can't sit with all those energies. Imagine if an earthquake comes and we're all in the same room. What are you going to remember? You can't run. Even if you try to run, you're in trouble. You can't scream and shout, hey, you help me, or you're responsible and I'll do a legal thing, and you can't do anything. It doesn't matter how many billions you have in your bank account at that time, nothing is going to be of use. You can't go think what's happening to your children at home. None of this. That moment, our practice. I trust Mother Earth. I trust the drama. I trust who I am, and I trust Baba. Bodiless. I am bodiless. I cannot do anything. I'm just going to be free from this body. Beyond this body. And I'm talking with practical experience. Just free from the body. Just now even practice. Just sit very relaxed. Even if you're online, just sit very, very relaxed. And be present with yourself. Because when an earthquake comes, and I've been in an earthquake situation, I've felt the tremor for 2 minutes, and I'm telling you, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Anything can happen on this earth. It's serious. And no school or university or job place trains us for it, not even at home. Nobody trains us for it. We don't know any time what to do. And at that moment, I simply have to just be detached. But at the same time, be present. Be detached, but be present with yourself. And feel it here. Just feel it in your heart. Just visualize yourself stepping outside this body and watching this whole room as if it's a detached observer. I'm detached and I'm watching myself. I can watch this room. And I'm with the Supreme. I am with God, the Supreme. And I trust. I trust the drama. It's benevolent. It's okay. Whatever is going to happen is for the best. I let go and I trust the drama. I trust God, Baba, the divine. I trust. And deeply go into silence. Deep silence. Stay really focused in that stillness. Visualize that point of light, that shining star. And in that, you are a powerful being of light, powerful, detached, and full of energy, full of might. Wonderful. And in a situation like that, you definitely won't sleep. Let me tell you that much. You will be extremely awake, wide awake. You'll be, alarm button will be wide. Not in fear. It's just like the soul will wake up. And this is what we're saying. Practice being in that awakened state. The conscience needs to keep awakened as many times as you can practice during the day. Not in fear. In fear it's like, what's going to happen? But with this awakened attitude, I can sense how I feel, I can sense how I'm talking, I can sense how I'm acting, I can sense your very deeply awakened sense. And you have control over yourself. And that confidence is what others and planet, even the plants will feel. That level of trust. You will sense. Your sensories will be strong. In the tsunami, the tsunami that was in the Far East, remember the big one that happened? It was very interesting that 3 hours before the tsunami came, the elephants walked to the highlands. Elephants walked to the highlands where the ocean couldn't even get to that level. And they were safe. And what did we humans do? They ran towards the ocean because they saw the water was receding. Because before a tsunami comes, the water recedes. It goes away. So all you can see is the fishes are flapping and everything because the water is receding. And then the tidal wave comes. And it comes in full force. So what did the humans do? They thought it was the wonder of God and ran towards it. They didn't sense danger. They thought it's wonder of God. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. And there they were running. So animals could sense. Humans can't sense. So our sense, our heightened intelligence must be really powerful now. Really powerful. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm saying that we do need to keep working on ourselves. No one's going to coach us there. We have the knowledge, but we need to do the work of using that knowledge each time to keep that knowledge awakened. And I'm so grateful you're coming to these talks, and keep coming and keep bringing more, because how are we going to help others to keep that awareness going, to fuel that awakening? Yeah? Then when they come into an atmosphere like this, or they come and listen to such beautiful thoughts and powerful experiences, then it awakens. There's a chance for it to awaken. So, I think it's time, unless you have any comments or questions. And I don't really want to go into any questions, just to go into an experience, unless it's really important. If it's really important. But if you have a comment, you can share something. Good? Fine? Yes? Happy? Okay. And I'm thinking no one online has any questions either, right? You're all happy. Hey, your face is all vibrant, so amazing. Great. So let's do a little meditation to end the evening and go back in trust and see how your whole week goes with that feeling of trust. Because Christmas time coming up, trust your family. No matter what it is, whether they give you gifts or not, or whether they make a meal or not, doesn't matter. You stay in your trust. Santa Claus is Godfather, Baba is there, and the whole world is your family. Okay, no expectation. Just trust. See how it goes. So we'll have some music in the background, and just ground yourself, allow your feet to be just gently connected to the floor. Just relax, let go of those tensions in your feet, but keep your spine straight, because when your spine is straight, you're able to really centralize that point of light awareness, attention. And just relax your shoulders. If you're sitting for long, roll them out a bit. Just roll your head a little bit. Relax your neck. Just release the tension in your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Sitting still in this beautiful space, I become present here in the now. Aware of all the sounds around me, aware of the temperature, and with this awareness, I detach my attention from the outside and step inside, where I, the soul, the point of light, the being of peace, reside in the middle of my forehead, behind the eyes. I visualize myself like a shining point of divine light. I, the soul, the child of the divine, have all the qualities that are inherent within me. The qualities of love, peace, purity, happiness, bliss, truth, and power. With me is the ocean of peace, the one who has all qualities in abundance. He is the source of all goodness for me, always protecting. The one who guides me in my most darkest times on earth. I am ever grateful to that one, and I trust that I, the soul, am not alone. I belong to him, and he, that one Baba, belongs to me. And in this love and belonging, there is faith and trust that whatever happens will be of benefit and benevolence. I trust the benevolent drama, for he is like my father, and drama is like my mother, and I, the child, the soul, am safe in this world. And so one word I go away from today is, let me just remember who I am in this silence, and who is with me. And that at every step, my every action, may it build trust in myself, but also trust in this drama and whoever I come into connection with. I trust. I am a trustworthy, trusting individual who is confident and free from all fear. Success is my birthright, and it comes to me naturally. And if it comes to me, then whoever is in my connection also receives the very same success. Om Shanti. end on behalf of the team here. There's online meditations still going on from Monday and Thursday, both days, 7 to 7:30, but it'll be online from next week onwards. And Sundays, there's also online meditation in the morning, 10 to 10:45. But for that, you'd need to register online and get a Zoom link. So if you could go onto our website. And next week, there's a public talk here. It's the 12th, and Brother Biru will be here with us. And his topic is Wrap Up with Positivity. So bring along your friends, family, because it's Christmas time, and I'm reminded that if anybody would like to do a Christmas activity, please speak to Sister Daksha. Yeah, she's not here at the moment, but you could always leave an email or give a call, and we can have good fun. So it's Christmas time, and it's our Christmas next week. So just next Tuesday, don't miss. Bring along whoever you feel you want to bring along. And the product for the week, it's a beautiful book, just in case you want to erase all the clouds that are sitting in you. It's a beautiful book, Being Beyond Belief. So 30 beliefs, it's by Mike George, and we create many belief systems in our life from many teachers and parents and etc. and the community situations that are not right. We think they're right, but they're not. And so this book actually helps you to see what are the wrong beliefs that I'm still holding on to in there that I can work on getting rid of and make peace with. Beautiful book. So if you wish to buy, whether you want to buy it online or buy it here in our bookshop downstairs, it's £9. So something to have in your library, in your home. Definitely one of these. And if not, a very good Christmas gift for your family and friends. Okay, Om Shanti, and once again, thank you for coming all the way here. Go home safely and sleep tight. Om Shanti.